There are more than 4,000 different types of birth defects. While some don't need any treatment at all, others can cause major medical problems down the line.
My condition is Pectus Excavatum. It's very hard because people don't really understand what it is.
When she was an infant, I did not notice it at all. If it was there, it was very slight, but as she got older, I started seeing an indent into the chest.
It just looks like a big hole right here in my chest. It's like you can see my two ribs here and up here, and just basically kind of like you're taking your fist and just stuffing it in my chest. I can only wear certain outfits. I don't like to wear low-cut shirts.
During Angela's teen years, it would bother her at certain times, especially in the summer, when she had to put a bathing suit on.
When I would go into the pool with my friends, I would be wearing a bathing suit, they'd be wearing a bathing suit, and we'd look different. The only person who's made me feel bad was a boyfriend that I used to have. My boyfriend would say to me that nobody else has it, that I'm weird, that no one will ever like me because of it. And at the time, I believed him. And that's when I really started going to the doctors to see what I can do about it.
When Angela's chest started getting deeper, the only procedure that was spoken to us was major operation where they had to break her ribs, go in and turn the chest bone around, and then let it heal that way. But she was not willing to do that operation at that time. The issue now is it's getting deeper, and that's concerning myself and her. One doctor recently noticed the indentation in her chest, and he said that that was the deepest hole he has ever seen. It's
difficult for me to breathe sometimes, and I take deep breaths. It's also scary in a way. I feel suffocated sometimes. And I know that the only explanation for that to be happening is because of my chest.
And now we're just not sure if it's going to cause health problems as she gets older. And that's why we would like it looked at and taken care of now while she's young and healthy.
I'd like to welcome Angela to the show. We also have her mother, Pat, joining us in the front row. Thanks for sharing this with us.
Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
And I'm glad you're here because Pectus Excavatum, we haven't talked about on the show, it's 1 in 500 people, but it's not just the fact that your sternum is sunken, it's the fact that it's pressing on your internal organs, your heart, your ability to breathe. So it's not just a physical issue, it's a functional issue.
And clearly we see that in your chest x-ray. I mean, that concavity to your chest clearly is there, but it's pushing your lungs to the side, especially on the left side, as well as pushing the heart and the adjacent structures to the side. So clearly, this is a pretty extreme case. Yeah. As Angela's mom, you're more concerned about this probably than she is.
Yes, absolutely. You know, as a mother, we worry. I worry extra. And recently, she went to 2 new doctors that said, you know, this has to be looked at. And that's when I decided to write into the show to get some advice.
Well, we appreciate you writing into the show because joining us now on the phone is Dr. Fraser France. He's a pediatric surgeon at the Children's Hospital of the King's Daughter in Norfolk, Virginia. And Dr. France, I know that this condition in particular is one that you have performed surgery on before. Explain that to us if you could.
Sure. The way we actually repair the deformity is to place a substernal steel bar, and we will actually straighten the sternum from inside, and we leave those bars in place for 2 to 3 years to make sure that the chest wall has completely remodeled and that remodeling is permanent. And immediately it will relieve the compression on her heart and lungs right there in the operating room.
Have you heard of this before?
No, it was actually the first time I've heard of it, and that's why another reason why we reached out to the show, because I figured you guys would know the best or know the best outlet to search this subject on.
Dr. France, as you know, Angela and her mother reached out to the show, and I know you have something you want to share?
Yes, we do. So I've evaluated Angela, and she is an appropriate candidate for the minimally invasive surgery. And really, pending any further testing that would indicate otherwise, our hospital has graciously agreed to waive her fee for the surgery, as well as removal of her bar.
Thank you.
Oh, well, Dr. France, we can't thank you enough, and of course the rest of the staff there, for offering this so graciously to Angela, and we look forward to updates. Angela, thanks for sharing this with us. We really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.